Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Let Me Ask My BFF. I am Candace and this is
Shakira.
And today we're going to talk about handicapping our children. Are we handicapping our children by spoiling them and doing things for them that they could probably do themselves? So what do you think, friend?
I think that we do handicap our kids. And I mean, I don't think that it is intentional to handicap them. It's just, we may have come from a past that we may be like, whenever I get my money, I'm going to make sure my kids wear this. I'm going to make sure that I can take my kids to this place because I wasn't able to do it. But I think that it has left a negative, maybe kind of, I don't want to say interaction. I'm trying to use the right word here, but maybe a negative impact that we may have to actually break our kids from. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I agree. Like I have 3 kids, so I feel like since they've been born, I've kind of been doing things for them versus making them do it themselves, especially like cleaning up around the house and stuff. I'll fuss about it.
Okay.
But I'll just be like, you know what, y'all get on my nerves and come clean up your mess while I'm cleaning up the mess.
Right.
So
you make me sick.
Yeah. So I definitely agree that, some of the stuff that they probably could be doing, I'm an enabler. Like I'm really bad about it, and I probably need to get out of it because now my oldest is about to get out the house,
right?
And she don't know how to live. She don't know how to survive on her own because I've been doing everything for her. So,
and don't get me wrong, like some of these things you won't know until you move out up under mom or dad. You know what I'm saying?
But just the basic stuff. It's just like, ooh, child, what have I done?
And you know what? Some things they might not even want to learn about. Like even like right now, I think about like with my son, he is of age to get his own apartment and stuff like that. But I haven't talked to him yet about how much rent is, because he's gonna be like, okay, you could tell me how much rent is or water bill is and all this stuff. But until he has like his own place that he has to apply those things, it's whatever.
Right.
Like okay, you can tell me that, but okay, well you keep paying him here and I'm just gonna give you whatever here, but until I have my own place, he's still gonna do that. So one thing that I talk about is let's say like credit cards. Like back in the day, like my parents were just like, look, you don't need no credit cards. That is increased debt. If you got cash, pay for it cash. We don't do no credit cards around here. Then I grew up, and
credit is everything.
Right, credit is everything. And you start off in the 500s, or you trying to even learn about credit. Because I think the only thing I probably would have thought ever that you would have had to say finance might have been a car. Right. Or a house, but everything else, they just told you to pay cash for everything. Or even like one of my parents, they probably never had a car note because they will always pay cash for a car.
Right.
So, I had to learn the hard way of getting those interest rates like in the 20% and stuff like that because I never had credit.
Right.
So I decided, when my son got of age, turned a teenager, let me go ahead on and put him on my credit card.
Right.
So he can start out not in the 500s at 25, 26 years old whenever he's first starting out to get his own car or place or something like that. And his credit score right now at 19 years old is 744. 744. And that is just because I put him on a credit card that I have for years. It's a small card. So I would encourage any parent that is listening right now, only if you're good at paying your bills and on time, like don't have
miss them babies' credit. While we putting no TV in JJ name.
He said, "Mama, when I get it?
I got an 85 inch.
Right. Where it?
I got a Maybach.
Right. Where? Please. Yeah. So I mean, that's just one of those things that I felt that that would help him out, starting him out to be successful, so he can afford those high interest rates. Now it is only up to him now to continue to have that high score. So I told him as soon as I checked his credit score the other day and I saw that high score, I was like, sir, if you go anywhere, don't let anybody run your credit. I said, you call me first. Do not let anybody run your credit. You have good credit right now. Now, but the thing is he's at the age of, he's like, well, I got a car. I'm at the house with mom. So credit don't mean nothing to him.
Right.
So that's, or like health insurance and stuff like that. That don't mean nothing to these kids right now.
Because mom is still taking care of it.
Mom and dad still got it.
Yeah. I think, like, me and you kind of piggyback stuff off of each other. And when I did the credit card thing for Aubrey, I didn't tell her anything. I was just like, yeah, this is your credit score. So, but she don't know.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't even think she cares. She's like, yeah, all right,
I got good credit. Woo!
But with that particular topic, I don't think that's enabling them, because I feel like, and not to discredit any others, I just feel like for us, the odds are already against us. So why not set your children up to be successful right out the gate?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why should they have to struggle for certain things if they don't have to? That's kind of like starting that generational wealth type of thing, where you're setting them up so they don't have to worry about certain
for
stuff.
Success. Yeah.
Like, why would you want your children to get it out the mud?
Right.
So if they don't have to,
right. So that's why I say, now don't get me wrong, I've already started him there, so it is totally up to him to not go to the jewelry store and go get all this trying to be icy or and don't get me wrong, I do understand with credit you need a certain amount of lines of credit and stuff like that, to continue to have like good credit. But that's one of the things right now. I'm like, look, you ain't got to get that 20-some%. They could probably finance you a car or something, maybe like 2, 3, 4%. You know what I'm saying? At the young age that he is. So I'm just hoping that he continues to do the right thing and don't use your credit. Don't
crazy stuff.
Right.
On stuff that's not a necessity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So other things, that I feel like I do with like my son, he's my youngest, so I feel like I still baby him a lot. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, man, that boy, he gonna be soft as a he gonna be
a mama's boy.
Right, he gonna be soft, boy. But it's like he's my baby, he's my last child. So I don't know.
He's how old now?
9.
So how
girl, I don't judge me. Don't judge me. He still be sleeping with me sometimes. Say something. Friend.
What? Okay, so if that was your daughter, would she be able to sleep with you at 9 years old?
Sometimes I'll call all of them in my room and be like, y'all come sleep with me. I'm for real.
Summer party in mom's bed.
I be like, let's watch some cartoons.
Okay. But maybe because he is a boy, that it may be one of those things that you gonna have to kind of wean him, to his own. It made me think about that a book, well-known book, but they talk about the mama's boy in that book, and where like mama was a part of everything. Don't be that mama. But she had to learn. She had to learn too.
Whoever get with him gonna have a hard time.
Stay away. Look, keep y'all daughters away from her son, because she gonna be right there at every event.
She ain't no good for you.
No, tell me,
she don't deserve you.
I don't even like her lip gloss. Look at her. You be like, Mom, it's just lip
the
gloss.
guys in the comments gonna be judging. Look, everybody gonna be judging me. Okay, I gotta get out of that though.
Yeah, I mean, because then too, you don't want to raise a soft man.
True.
Or dependent.
I don't want like a hard man either who don't know how to control his emotions. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no son that's hard all the time and don't know how to connect to a woman.
Okay. But you don't want him also dependent on a woman either.
Or crying. Like, baby, you said you was coming home. baby, why you ain't home yet?
She was like, sir, I just got off of work 2 minutes ago. Calm down.
I can't even go out with my friends.
Right.
Because he don't know how to act.
He don't even know how to act. Can't even cook for himself or nothing, or clean, or so. I mean, not that I think that you would do that, but we have to think about the type of men that we want in our life. Because even with my son got your son by 10 years, but it still be some things that'll be like, ooh, I should have been more harder on him at around 14, 15. That way I wouldn't be dealing with this till at 18 and 19 years old. So.
But I honestly don't see it as an issue right now, because I still see that he's so young. I feel like at 14 or 15, maybe I'm going to say about 10. I should probably start weaning him off of me. Yeah, but he's still like a little kid to me.
I mean, I get some things, but it just depends on what you're talking about. It just depends on...
Oh, there's so many things.
There's so many. Okay.
And people be like, you got to stop doing that.
Okay, so whatever you doing, then, when he turns 10 this year, He is.
Unfortunately, yes.
Fortunately, he
Maybe
turns
when he
10 this
turns
year.
11 outside.
10 this year. Then just know there's like one or two little things that you may have to just be like, you know what?
You gotta go sleep in your room.
You got this. Mm-hmm. Or when he come to the bed, all of them come to the bed. It ain't just like him up on him. Now, don't get me wrong. I know he's gonna need mommy time, just like the other kids will too. But certain things, guys, we are looking for our men to be tougher.
Yeah,
we really are looking for our men to be tougher.
Yeah,
I know. I had went over to a lady's house a couple of years ago, and she had like 3 or 4 boys, and they were kind of like all around my son's age, and they were already doing their laundry. And I was thinking, like, I still do my son's. Now, he wasn't 9 now. He wasn't 9 years old, but it was just the fact that, wow, I'm still doing his, and I didn't find no problem with it. It was just that. I need to start teaching him now. Sort the colors and the whites and cold water and hot water. Boom, that easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, but I don't know how long it would take me to start washing his clothes. Had I not, saw that and like picked it up. So
yeah, but it's so crazy. Like with my girls, I think because I had them at such a young age, I didn't have any patience. So they learned how to do certain things around the house earlier than what my son learned. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So he kind of is still like not cleaning up behind himself, and like I said, I'll be fussing about like, Cameron, come clean up this mess,
and he'll be on the phone like, you got it, mom,
right? And I'm cleaning it up while I'm fussing. But my girls, like, they started, very young with cleaning up and cleaning up behind themselves and sleeping in their own room and stuff. So they didn't have that weaning.
They started straight out the womb, like boom.
I was like, hey, go clean this. I'm going back to work. They was like 6 months.
Their babies ain't even walking yet up there doing chores.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, well, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. So another thing we kind of want to talk about is like, because like I never had a day that I didn't have food, right? Like, my parents we always had meals. Might not have had what we wanted, but we ate. Yeah. Might have had breakfast for dinner, but that's okay. We ate.
Or noodles
or some noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But it was okay. We ate, right? Nowadays, girl, these kids are spoiled.
Sis, my kids want lobster, steak, crab legs. I mean, these the most expensive. Sushi. I ain't never seen no kids like that.
But you know what? Why are they like that? They don't buy it themselves.
Look, they probably wouldn't even know what it tastes like if it wasn't for us.
Oh, for us buying them. Yeah, I mean, I got a nephew right now, and I asked him one night, what do you want for dinner? Crab legs. Where you about to find some crab legs at, bro?
Somebody been giving that baby some crab legs.
I was like, no, we're going to have hamburgers and french fries.
Hamburger helper.
Pick your flavor. We got macaroni, we got chili mac, we got chicken helper, we got tuna helper. Right, add some cheese up on it, and you are good to go. Right. But yeah, so I mean, I think that's one of those things that we didn't have maybe growing up, so we may feel that, okay, I want y'all to experience that. But they may look at it as, okay, well, if you got it today, you got it tomorrow. Yeah. You got it next month too.
But you know what? Like now my oldest daughter is dating, and it's like I feel sorry for the little boy because that's like a requirement. Like when she go out to eat, she is not ordering French fries and chicken tenders. She wants the
bad and bougie.
Yeah. So I'll be very successful.
You better be making that money. She can be like, you can't buy
noodles.
Noodles, boy.
Okay. Because my mama give me lobster steak.
Right. But you know what? I think now crab legs and lobster have become one of those like popular things. Yeah, because like growing up, we didn't hear about crab legs and lobster. Like I didn't. Like my way, it was crab legs and lobster were not a big thing. Like you might have had like Red Lobster, the restaurant, but now how they have so many restaurants or seafood trucks that are selling like crab legs. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we can go get this, or all right, well, that's cool. But like growing up, it was you cook your own fish and shrimp on Fridays, and maybe some hush puppies. That was it. That sounds good on it.
Who got fish plates?
We might have to go get us some fish after this, girl, because I've been thinking about some fish too. But yeah, so crab legs. I don't think I ate crab legs till I was maybe in my late 20s.
Yeah. See, I grew up on the coast, so we used to smash crabs, fried crabs, crab legs, blue crab.
Maybe because I'm in the country, girl. Daddy be trying to cook some rabbit and squirrel and all the stuff. I'd be like, Dad, I'm not going to vomit tonight, so I don't want any of that. But I don't eat that type of stuff. But yeah, for our kids, they want those expensive things, but it is us. Like, we can't be mad. Like your daughter, you can't be mad at her because she want a steak plate. When every time you go and she pay for it, but you pay for it.
No, because sometimes, girl, I be like, you got the most expensive thing out of everybody at the table. Why?
Pick something else. Okay.
Why?
She'd be like, okay, instead of the 8-ounce steak,
salad.
she'd be like, instead of the 8-ounce steak, let me get a 6-ounce.
No, I'd be like, you better get a side salad and some water.
Add hers with lemon, 2 lemons, please.
Shoot, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Another thing that I think about, like whenever I was pregnant, I knew like it was a boy. And of course, like Jordan, like, like, oh my God, she gonna have on her freshest pair of J's. I just grew up with that mentality of him having J's. Now, the thing is about that, I didn't have my first pair of Jordans until I graduated high school. With my graduation from high school money, yes, I did not have any Jordans. Now, I wore Nikes. I think they were Air Maxes. I mean, they might have just been regular Nikes. You know what I'm saying? But now, fresh out the womb at 2 months old in Jordans.
Yeah.
So but friend,
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
But what I'm saying is that I think that him growing up and wearing 90% of his shoes being Nike.
He used to be fresh all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, y'all did
all
that.
The time. I mean, and like even now, he's still like, he sent me a TikTok video the other day, and it was like the guy was asking. No, I think the guy's mom was like, "Where did all your money be going?" And it was like Jordans. So, but the thing is about that, I had to also instill in him, I guess, is to not be materialistic.
True. And
to never think that someone that has on regular Nikes or even no name brand shoes, I'm talking about just casual shoes from Walmart for $10, don't ever think that you are better than that person because they don't have on Jordans.
Right.
And not that I felt that he was that way because he's never been a boaster, but see, I don't know how he is around me.
So if you put him in like some Bobos from Walmart, you think he'll wear them?
At 19, no.
Even at 15?
Not at 15. Now, when he was maybe like your son's age, like when he was maybe like 10, I did have him some plain, casual, like blue shoes.
And you never seen him in
He probably has thrown away every picture and then one pair of blue shoes. But they were like cute, like little casual shoes. I think I got them from like Walmart. They look like some just slide in. You wear it with like a regular shirt, some khaki shorts. Cute.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, after them shoes got, thrown to the trash because he outgrew them or whatever, he stayed on his Jordan ring. But I can't say he stayed on them because who bought them?
Yeah.
His parents.
But everything is like so materialistic right now. Like it's not even real. It's not idealistic or realistic for you to be like, oh, I don't want him to be materialistic, because that's what
it kind of is.
Yeah, that's what everything is about. Like, you got all this social media stuff, and then everybody looking at everybody's clothes, everybody's shoes.
Cars.
We thrive off of each other's fashion, and we, that's what keeps our culture, really, because
that's what we do.
Yeah.
But I guess my biggest thing to him was like to tell him, like, look, you are blessed. So just don't look down on anybody because they don't have the newest pair of Jordans. And at one time, like, he wasn't even buying them. He's just now got to a point where he's buying them. So it's like, you're not even buying these. Yeah. So don't ever think, but
does he ever like get to a point where it's like you're supposed to do certain stuff because you're mom?
I think he has it in his mind, like, say for his birthday or Christmas, I would sure get a pair of Jordans slid in my text messages. He'd be like, yeah, birthday coming up.
Right.
I'd be like, yeah, they cute.
Yeah.
That's all your daddy. Yeah. I know my birthday is in February, but these are coming out in March. Oh, okay, but they real cute. I might get me a pair.
Right.
And he know he's looking like, yeah, whatever. But I don't think he expects it now. I think now that he's kind of grown, he's just kind of like, what, it is his responsibility for whatever kind of shoes that he wants. You work for him.
Yeah.
Me and your dad, part of your life is done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think my kids do be looking at me like I'm supposed to do certain stuff because I'm mom.
yeah.
But like my oldest, she's 18 now. So even like when she went to get her wisdom teeth pulled out, they were like, well, we can't really talk to you anymore because she's an adult. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll get her to call. And she was like, well, I don't know what to say. Well, tell them what you just told me. Girl, and then like when we got there, she had to fill out her own little HIPAA forms and stuff. So she was like, well, what do I put? So I was like, look, you an adult now. You know, you got to start taking care of your own business.
Yeah. Those I'm grown / hey, help me fill this out. Hey, help me. What do I say?
Yeah.
This is what you call. And girl, I've even sent my son like a message to say, hey, when you call this place, ask them da 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 da.
Girl, so you literally got to write it out like that too.
Yeah.
Like, say this. And then if they say this, then you say this.
Right.
That's bad. Because I don't know. I don't remember having to be
that dependent.
Yeah, like it was like I had to figure it out. And when people be like, what are you talking about? Then I would have to rephrase my sentence and be like, okay, this is why I'm calling you.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to accomplish. Like for them, they're like, and I'm supposed to say what?
Right.
And
you know what? And it could be because we have been enabling them this whole time. Because I think about like with my son, with anybody that's an adult that if he know you, you may get some words from him. But if my son don't know you and you speak to him, you're like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. That's all you get. Whereas you might have some kids that you can tell that have been so, I guess, influenced around, like, say, adult conversation. Now, I'm talking about to an extent. Now, I'm not talking about if me and you up here best friends and we having a conversation and your child just able to just come sit here and talk to us. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff because them kids need to be gone out of grown folks' business. Yeah. But you can tell that there has been kids that have, been around adults and just have that conversation of just being able to just talk and just,
carry a conversation like they're older.
Yeah.
That's like my nephew. I ain't never seen no kid like so just know how to have a conversation like an adult. Like he talk like he about 18, 19 years old and he ain't number 9.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, really, he talk like he about 30. Like he has a real intellectual conversation. You be like,
wow, and how old are you?
Right, like he be making you feel dumb.
He like 9.5. I'm almost 10. I'm almost double digits.
Well, actually, I'm 9 1/4.
If you count when I was in my mother's womb, I'm actually probably like 10 and 2 months.
Girl, one day me and him was talking and I said something and he was looking at me like, you kind of slow, like you a girl.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember what we was talking about, but he made me feel dumb. I was like,
sir.
Where your daddy?
Right.
Let me take you back to your daddy.
You better go right now.
Right.
Thank you. In that order.
Yeah.
So do you think that we enable our kids though?
Oh yeah. I know so? I do for sure.
Now, are you going to do anything from this day forward to stop enabling them?
I think my plan, because I'm not going to stop with my son right now. But my girls, I feel like right now they're at an age where I have to prepare them for the world. Okay. So I have to stop doing so much for them and kind of start weaning back a little bit. And then too, being more of a coach, or you know what I'm saying, like telling them, okay, this is what's gonna happen, this is what you need to do, because we got to remember they've never done this stuff before. Right. So we do still have to be that teacher or that influencer for them so that they'll know how to go about things. Don't just leave them dangling and just expect them to just know. Because some things I do with my son, I do feel that like it's common sense. Like you're of age, like well, how you don't know how to do this? And it's like, oh, I never taught you that. I thought about something like the other week and was just like, how in the world? But you've been, but I've either done it or he's never been exposed to it where he had to do it. So I think we do enable our kids. I really feel like we do, because I think that every parent is going to always want the best for their kid and they're going to want them to have, especially if they didn't grow up in the most lavish lifestyle or whatever, then we're going to want our kids to have that.
You know, because like I say, I didn't grow up like having Jordans. I just grew up having regular shoes and boom, boom, boom. And then maybe that was fashion, or maybe that was his dad that might have just felt like, hey, he gonna always stay in Jordans. So
That was
now,
both of y'all.
so now, so now,
That was definitely both of you.
I was trying to blame it on his dad.
Don't do him like
So,
that.
so now it's kind of like, what did I just set myself up? What did I just set my son up for? Now, is he going to always be like, all right, now you have to have these type of shoes? You know,
But you know what, too? I think when they start making their own money and they actually have to start paying bills and stuff, they will see that that stuff is not as important as they thought it was. Because when I was coming up, I was a sneaker person. I still am
You
a
still
sneaker
are.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still am a sneaker person. But when it came to my kids need this, but these Jordans come out on the first, I was like, okay, the Jordans gonna have to wait.
yeah,
So
yeah.
when he started getting bills and stuff, and he got responsibility that he actually got to take care of,
Yep.
he'll back up off of them Jordans.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say too. Is prioritizing. You know, because I mean, don't get me wrong, you still got some grown-ups who will still choose them shoes,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can be
do.
fresh.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what, I'm eating these noodles, and but I gotta have these shoes. I gotta, you know. So it's just like, you know, if y'all are one of those people that are watching that y'all do that, don't do that.
I heard, and this was a good motto to go by: if you can't buy it twice, then you don't need it.
Who is it, Jay-Z?
I don't know. It was some celebrity, but
think
I
it was
was
Jay-Z.
like, yeah, I was like, that's good.
I think it was Jay-Z.
Yeah. So I don't even look. If I can't buy it twice, I don't need
Yeah,
it.
it's almost we don't need it.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. You got anything else?
No, I think that's all I got.
Okay. Well, we need to stop enabling our kids. Clearly,
Stop enabling them. Set them up for success.
disabling them,
Right,
handicapping
yeah,
them.
set them up for success.
Yeah.
I think one thing I do need to do real quick is just now that my son is of the age, I do need to go ahead and sit down with him to talk about, hey, how much is a mortgage note? How much is all of these, even just basic bills? Let him compare it to what he's making now.
Right.
For him to realize, whoa, this ain't even including the car payment.
Right.
This ain't even including clothes, and this ain't even including,
Insurance.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that is something. Thank you, friend. I'll talk about that. I'm gonna make my little thing. He can be like, Mom.
I told you we need to have that teenager sleepover where we talk about real life events with these kids.
Yeah, I think we need to do that. We can do that.
But all right, guys. So yeah, stop enabling your kids. But there's nothing really wrong with setting them up to be wealthy. Cause I don't want my kids struggling right now.
Yeah.
So, and also if they can stay home and go to college and you know you pay the bills while they going through school, let them do that.
Yeah.
Why don't let them accumulate debt and trying to be working and going to school out on their own if you can.
Right.
do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Again, I'm Candace and this is Shaquila. And this was Let Me Ask My BFF. And I guess we'll see you guys next time.